Turn up the volume, wake the crowd. F'nAround, stop the day. Rats and raves, we got something to say.
What's up, everybody? So, this is not the way that we wanted to have to abruptly announce the morning show that Joey and I have been kicking off. We really wanted to get it more planned and be able to announce it in a better way. But the other day, Joey received a very good message, which we found it a very weird message, but good, right, Joe?
Right. It wasn't a Mike OnlyFans message. It was like an actual, like a legitimate pleading in a cause.
Yeah, which actually threw us off. So not to dive into it right now, but that's why this came out the way that it did, and it's going to come out the way that it is. Normally, Joey would like to put together a very planned, thought out, intro to the show for you guys, but
James knows. He's seen me. He's been working with me for a while now. He's known me forever. I mean, when it comes
yeah,
down to doing stuff,
usually,
I am so anal about everything. I mean, every post, every tag, every hashtag. Ask him. You can't even
yes,
make a marketing thing without it. Our director of marketing,
yes.
Tank, can't stand me.
100% true. That's a fact. We know that. Shout out to Tink though, right?
Shout out
She
to
uh
Tank.
she deals with all of our bullshit on a daily basis, which can't be easy at all. On top of it, she's my sister. So um
Man.
so
As
it
she
makes
said,
it
it's like
even.
playing chess with somebody, but you don't even
Yeah.
know what playing game they're on. Like I'm on too many
Yeah.
boards at once.
Too many boards at once. But just to give you a quick rundown, I'm JJ, James Fontano from 312 All. Everybody calls me JJ though. This is obviously my partner and friend. Joey, I'll let you take off a little bit and kind of explain what you guys got going on over there so we can give the backstory of where this came from.
Oh, I think the best way to get to my backstory is to get to the 312 All background.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
let's
so to
let's get
dive
let's
in,
let's start at the beginning. I mean, this
yeah.
is going to be our intro
So
episode, so let's take baby steps here, right?
yeah, 100%. So 312 all was a concept thought about amongst all of us because of all the different things that we had going on at this time, right? We're talking about beginning before the end of summer, remember? Joey had his situation going on with New Era, right? And that was something that we were all diving into because we've all been friends for quite some time. Me, you, and Tressa, we've known each. I've known you since I was 12 years old. I started being around you consistently, right? So,
And before that,
when
our
you,
your parents knew my
yeah,
parents,
you go
your
back
uncle
to you
knew
go back to parents, grandparents. It's
grandparents,
it's
probably
a
back to
not
Italy if we really went back to it.
yeah, if you really wanted to dive into it 100%. But when you hear about the injustice being friends and family members about how that situation happened, right? It just kind of brought us all together trying to help you out. Remember, I mean, we were all
Yep.
trying to figure out a way to help you out at the time because of everything that happened with you and Juan, Mr. Finn. Shout out to Juan, dude, right?
Shout out to Juan, man.
So yeah, so
Someone had to get me
then
out of the Clover Club.
yeah, right. And definitely gonna have to dive into that one day too, right? So people
Yes, we
need
will.
to know about this. What people will start to see is that this Neverland thing that fucking Joey and them created, right?
Shout
But
out to
we'll
the
dive
captain.
into that. Yep, there it is, Captain. So then 312 all came about because everybody knows I have a love and a passion for music, right? And my boy Freddie is
Shout out to Freddie.
yeah, shout out to Freddie Wayne, dude, and everybody at Motivate the Trenches, right? So, me and Freddie have always been back and forth on how we would always love to be in the music business, right? Not artists. Freddie comes from being an artist, right? So, Freddie has always known the business end of things and has always wanted to dive into it. So, over the course of time, bullshitting about it, eventually we actually get in tune with stunt, which is people in this company, everybody matters, dude. But when a guy like Stunt Taylor tells you that he believes in what us four, me, you, Tink, and Freddie came up with, right? Because remember, Joe, at the beginning of this, you were just trying to market, right? You just
So
wanted to push, you wanted to
I
build
wanted
a
to stay in my
platform.
role that I've been for years. I was the wizard. I hid in the background. No one ever saw
Yeah,
me.
in the background of things, putting shit together. But what had happened is when you have a guy like Stunt that believes in you and something like this, right? Which he did off top. Like if you look in the interview the other day, me and Freddie would sit here and tell him, You got a gold mine on your phone. I mean, this guy's phone's got so much music on it, Joe. And we would tell him, we're like, dude, what are you doing? And then when you really dive into, which it's not my story to tell, right? I'm never gonna tell Stunt's story. But when you dive into the man's story, you know why he had to stop doing music. It makes sense. It's not like he was just like, oh man, I'm done. He really had life happen, right? Which all of us understand, right? Everybody understands life happens. So when you have a guy like that who believes in you and knows that you can do these things and is willing to attach himself to the situation from the beginning when we had no man, we had no clue, especially you. Remember, you were always
Yeah.
like, dude, I can push, but I can't even tell you anything about the music that you guys are playing, right? You
I
always
think I
said that.
said, other than the movie, was it Be Cool? I know nothing about
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the exact line you used. Great movie, though.
Great
Great
movie.
movie.
How many
Oh,
times I
man,
reference
great
you to
movie.
my Chili Palmer, though? Like in my posts.
Oh, 100%. And then, another good movie, too. What's that one with Brad Pitt and Leo? Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. Man, man, I'll remember the name.
Oh,
It's
is that the
it's just
Hollywood movie?
yes,
Was
the Hollywood one.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, no worries.
Brad Pitt.
Was that where Brad Pitt was like fighting the guy who was supposed to be Bruce Lee?
Brad Pitt plays the stunt man,
Yeah, yeah. He
right?
was. Remember when he was fighting Bruce Lee in that scene, and they're throwing each other at the nice car and breaking it?
Yes, Once Upon a Time in
Yes. Was
Hollywood,
about
dude.
to. Oh my God,
Once
that was.
Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? So when you have all these pieces and guys like him believe in you, right? That's where the 312 all situation comes from. Because then what happened with that is we get in tune with Tommy Bands. Shout out to Tommy, dude.
Shout out to
Head
Tommy.
Rush Head Rush just dropped on all platforms. Everybody make sure you go check it out. And also shout out to Two Lost, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I got their platform in front of me as we speak.
Those
One of the
analytics are great,
best,
aren't they?
the way that they break it down, Joe. And then shout out to you for learning this bitch, right? Because you studied Two Lost when we first started for us, dude. So
Yeah.
when you got guys like I'm mentioning, right, like you, and then you have Pink who's doing all the marketing and killing it, dude, and you got guys like Freddie who come from that end who then go and build situations like Motivate the Trenches, right? And then you have guys like Mo and Jalot, right, who come to the table and they build Timeless Wolf, and now here you guys are, dude. That is where 312 all came from.
So,
From stuff
l-
like from the beginning is that.
so let's take a step back real quick. I know we talked about it once on the podcast, but because this is a new
Mhm.
listener base, did you want to give a little intro to what Motivate the Trenches is and Thomas Wolf?
Most definitely. Most definitely. So let's start off with Timeless Wolf because that's the one that came to play first, right?
Go.
Timeless Wolf is a company that you and I, right? You and I sat back and thought of the idea mostly, of building a platform. I believe it started on was trying to build a platform where we could do short stories and stuff like that. I mean, we have a huge concept for a script for a limited series, so
Oh
we
yeah, we're
still
looking.
have that in our back pocket, right?
Oh,
But
it's still being bid out. You do know Brittany and Company still bidding that out for to
oh,
get
I
it set
bet. I
up.
don't know
Oh
why
yeah,
you wouldn't.
oh yeah,
You'd be stupid not to.
that thing's basically optioned already.
You'd be stupid not to be in situations like that with it.
Shout out to
But
Brittany and Company.
yes, shout out to Brittany and company, dude. Brittany's been amazing. But so when we were thinking of this, right? To be honest with you, Timeless Wolf just came from you guys really trying to build a platform for yourselves to get the whole situation out there. But it evolved because you met Mo, right? And then Mo introduced you to Rob and Odyssey and all these
Shout out
other
to
great
Robin
people.
Odyssey. He's a
Yeah,
producer on all of our podcasts and everything we do.
and just to clarify, you guys, everybody watching, you're going to notice a ton of shout outs. And I'm sorry, it might seem like it's repetitive, but this whole situation is built on a bunch of people that believe in us. That's literally what this is. Everybody loves the energy that they get when they come and work with us. So all these people have come to play to try to better our situation as time goes on. So I'm never gonna stop shouting people out. So sorry if you get annoyed. Doesn't really
Yeah,
fucking matter.
it's going to be
Yeah,
our
I'm sorry.
gimmick. It's going to be our thing. We're going to shout you out. We'll boo you. We have an issue.
All
We're
the
going to say
time,
it.
dude. If
Oh,
if
just
you
wait till we
believe in
start
us,
ranting
dude.
and raving.
Yeah, 100%. So what you seen was Timeless Wolf started to try to push concepts created by Cana Consigliere, right? Remember that was stuff that you guys were working on were different scripts and short stories and stuff. And then it evolved to this once again great concept that you see of effing around podcast, dude. I mean, how what better of a way? Now, I mean, you have Joe Rogan out there, right? So I know you got Joe Rogan, who is also awesome. You have all these
He's
other
the go
good,
to podcasts.
yeah, right. You have all these other great podcasts that do it, but where do you get the guys that are literally going to the trenches to find content, right? I mean, that's what you're doing, right? You're not going to the people that can boost your numbers the most, right? You you guys are going to the people that are in the trenches trying to boost their numbers with you, right? You know what I'm
We're
saying?
also
So
going to the people that the media don't want to talk to, and their voices are being suppressed, and that's the biggest issue.
exactly,
And shout out to
exactly.
Elon Musk. I mean, you got to say it. He said it this week. He's been saying it over and over. You are the media now. We are the media. He turned X into
Oh
a
yeah.
media platform, and
Yep.
that's exactly kind of what we were doing before it started. People wouldn't give us a voice. People wouldn't give Juan a voice. The press didn't want to talk about corruption and fraud. They were bearing it. The legislators and the politicians didn't want to talk about it. So between James, myself, Mo, Mike, the whole 312 All team, we decided to find a way to be our own media and finally put our voices out there where we wouldn't be suppressed and it wouldn't be buried by people with money.
Yep, pretty much. But that pretty much sums it up. And then what has evolved from that, right? So now, effing around podcast top 2,500 downloads in less than 30 days, right? I don't know exact numbers; those are your numbers to talk. But I can tell you the numbers that come across my desk, right? Quick numbers: 2,500 less than 30 days, right? Okay, so you're seeing immense growth in that direction, right? Are you a Joe Rogan? No, right?
No.
But what you have seen come from that though is we have since learned that there are other venues to push this at where we can get our stories out there, and now you have the situation with WUREFM, right? So now what you see is a whole nother platform. Shout out to Phil and them over at
Shout out to Phil and
WURE.
WURE FM Underground Radio.
Yep. Shout out to them and make sure everybody tunes in right now. I know scheduling's a little bit messed up, but Joey will be coming to you guys with a time and a date. I would imagine in the next 24 hours, you'll
Yeah.
know. We're working on that, but shout out to everybody over there. And now what you see is you guys have evolved to where you guys are legitimately producing stuff on the radio station and working side by side with Tink and Phil, who are spearheading that project. You get what I'm saying? So you're seeing a
Excuse
whole
me.
beautiful scenario of all this stuff that's growing hand in hand with each other, which has started from Timeless Wolf and Canna Consigliere in the beginning. Remember? Um, so so yeah, and I'll let you elaborate a little bit more because that's just me telling you what we've pieced together, right? These are I want to make sure I point out that Joey has been nonstop with these projects, right? So I mean, we're talking very long days, very long nights piecing this together properly. You're seeing a very I don't know how to put this. We're seeing a slow, steady growth, right? We're not seeing no crazy things besides your fucking video from Tennessee that you
Nashville.
fucking posted, dude.
That was the lightning rod that threw all this up. I mean, every
Yeah,
plan, every strategy, everything I planned out back in July when I was laying in bed with bed rest because I was ripped the hell open and I couldn't
yeah,
move. Every plan and strategy that we put together was shot through the roof in the first week or September, the weekend of September 13th, my brother's bachelor party, when we struck lightning and we went viral. The music went viral. The company went viral. Lights and things were on us. Everybody was looking. So everything changed when that went
yeah.
viral, and it kind of blew up. And it was a way
Ridiculous
to build
fast.
on the momentum without
Yeah.
staying in that category of a viral video. So we
Yes.
decided we'd use it to make our own versions, and that's kind of what expedited everything. It took a little longer than we wanted after, but it put eyes on us that were never on us before.
Yeah, and Joe, that's the main thing to hammer away, right? The thing is what and what you'll hear about what we tell people on the music side of things all the time, right? It's all about just consistently putting in the work and putting yourself out there, my boy. That's all it is. Con-
Constant marketing, controlling your
yes,
narrative and having your message
yes,
and not
and trust me, it's been a learning process.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So none of this has been easy by any stretch of the imagination, right? But it's definitely been a learning process, and the things that we're learning it has evolved and shown us that it is just that consistency. It's literally just a consistency, and you should be on point. So
Speaking of
yeah, that's a
consistency, we got some drops this week for consistent music drops. What's dropping?
we do, we do,
Yes, we
we
do.
do. So we have on the 27th, right? We've got Stunt Taylor's comeback EP called Stunt on Turbo 2, right? This is a big project for him. Stunt has put in a ton of work behind this. A lot of good music on this record. Um Man, and I'm just proud of I'm proud of him, dude. I'm proud of him for jumping back into music the way he did, and he's actually just showing serious tunnel vision, right, on this comeback. So everybody, make sure you check out that pre-save. It's in both of our bios, me and Stunts, right? And make sure that you get ready for that on the 27th. And then you've got Tommy Bands is out, man. Tommy Bands is rolling. He's already hit a couple different countries, right? He's hitting London. He's over there in Germany. He's Head Rush is a great record. It really shows you Tommy's versatility and being able to adapt to different types of music, because then it was obviously, remember, Let Him In, right?
Yeah.
Where you really
I
got a
like that
piece
song. It
of
really had a deep message, and it was really well.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
very disappointed it didn't pick up as much as it should have, but it was still a great song.
but listen, and with that being said too, though, right? So with that becomes the artist development, right? Which one day we're definitely going to dive a little bit more into. That's more of the motivate the trenches side, though, right? The artist development and us learning as a new management company ourselves,
All right.
into a new management company, a new label, everything that we've got going on. Um, but Letterman did not do too bad. And either way, Tommy really got to get his message out there, which was tell a little bit about what he's been going through in life, right? And just wait till you hear the follow up to Head Rush. I mean, the follow up to Head Rush that he's got. I don't know if he wants me to mention the name, so I'm not going to do that.
No, don't mess with him.
I should say fuck him. I should say fuck
We're,
you, Tommy. I should say fuck you and say the name, but I'm not going to.
you know what we should start doing? Just randomly cold calling the artists on this thing and making them jump on with us and just catch them off guard.
Yeah, yeah, and just get them locked in. I did that once with Stunt. Remember, we
I
got
know
that
you
with
did. That's
Stunt
where I
one
got the
time.
idea from. It'd be different on video. Like you're gonna get half these artists passed out in bed. Like, like what are
Yes.
you guys doing at this early? Well,
Yeah.
we're trying to do a morning show. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
we're
morning
trying to
show.
do a morning show. Get the fuck out of bed. Let's go.
Welcome to our fam.
Welcome to our fam. But yeah, so you have his follow up coming up, which is another extremely powerful record. One day, I've already thought about this. I wanted to get Tommy on F'nAround one day coming up, because he
We've been
really has a
trying.
good. No, 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 no. He's just busy, right? And I
Oh,
know on top
that's
of
a
it,
good
you
thing for an
guys are
artist,
like,
though. That's a great thing.
yeah, you guys are I think like 8 to 9 weeks out right now. So
Yeah.
I mean I mean either way, he's already 8 or 9 weeks behind. So but what I would like to do is get Tommy's story out there, because Tommy speaks to motivate the trenches, right? Tommy
Yeah.
is like the definition of and this is also stuff that I'm learning as time goes on, right? Tommy has one hell of a story, right? And he tells that story through his music, which is really, 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 really nice. So, make sure you go check out Head Rush. It's out on all platforms now. We have, let me check it out. We have Where is Max coming up. That's December 17th, but that's a couple weeks out. We got a couple weeks till that. We've got Lowski coming up with Black Sheep. Little Stitchies coming out with No Choice and Don't Understand, I believe I have to double check. But I mean, we've probably got, in the next 3 weeks, you're looking at 5 records coming out from all the
Wow.
guys, right?
Oh,
And then
don't forget
effing around just fuck arounds just dropped
Big
what was
Canna.
that?
They
Yeah,
dropped
Big
Big
Canna.
Canna, and they're dropping
You
our
know,
morning show theme song this week as well. It goes live on
yeah,
all platforms.
your boys over there, man. They be coming up with the weirdest shit in the world, man. I'm
Oh
telling
man.
you. But I'm telling you right now, shout out to Berlin because they're streaming the fuck out of that bitch.
Oh, I mean, Chicago's not even in the top 50 anymore. Like Berlin and London, they're just rocking it. Then you
Hey,
got Milan and Sao Paulo. I was dying when I was looking at two
what
lost
was I
numbers.
telling you? That picture I sent you the other day, man. You got all them guys over there going crazy, man. Bam, bam. They love that shit, dude.
Oh
Hey,
man,
the way that you pushed their record for them, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a thing to genius
I,
how you did cannabis, right? It's
right?
cannabis that went crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it was Kanovich. It still is Kanovich that's going crazy. I mean,
Dude,
like,
the way you pushed their record was, I mean, it's art. It's art the way you pushed that, bro. So
and a
so
little
you
bit of
know,
lightning and a little bit of luck.
hey, listen, but hey, that's how it's happened for a lot of people, dude. We
Hey,
don't knock them for doing it, right? The
no,
way you got them streams, I think you're at what? I think wait,
12.
let's just you're at 12 already?
Yeah, because it's still moving and it's still counting the viral videos.
Wow. By the way, when we say 12, we're talking about 12 million, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And mind you, people, right? These are this is
Clover Club
like
regulars.
yeah, I mean the situation behind it. I can't wait till one day when they actually like show themselves to, the world. But
One of them
the
just outed. One of them just outed himself on one of our podcasts. But that's
no
not going to come for
shit.
a couple of weeks. Yeah, we had a guest on. He outed himself. Yeah,
No,
he did.
that Schuchenheimer. Who was
Yep.
it?
Take a
Oh no,
guess.
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
Yep.
say it.
You already know who did it.
That Schuchenheimer fucking bastard. Hey, man,
he,
no
he,
shout out to you.
he
No shout out to you,
yeah.
man.
He just wanted that props for Berlin.
That's crazy, man. It's okay though.
We all
Um,
know he's no Hoff though.
no, yeah, yeah. But then jumping into all the releases right now, what you have over there on that end is Motivate the Trenches,
Yep.
right? Which is Freddie Wayne and the legend of Chicago, Little Chris, aka the Doctor, right? Shout out to Chris, man.
Shout out to Chris.
Chris, Chris is definitely somebody that belongs a part of this situation, right? We all think on the same wavelength. Dude is laser focused on music, right? He is beyond talented. He has literally shaped the careers of some big people in Chicago. Just to mention FBG Duck, dude, rest in peace, right? That it's just crazy to see people like that believing in you like that because mind you this is three people who come from three different aspects of business and then one music person and they're putting it together and somebody that literally has been in the industry for 15 years, right, is sitting there like, dude, I believe in this, let's go, let's get this rolling. So that's where you see Motivate the Trenches come into play, dude. Huge shout out to my boy Freddie, bro. I
Shout out.
can't.
He helped. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have launched the way we did for that for the F'nAround podcast. I mean, he was the first guest. He got in there. He was very personal. He was himself, and I mean that chemistry in the beginning. The
Yeah.
equipment sucked, but the chemistry rocked.
So imagine meeting that guy in the way that I met him, which we're not going to dive into right
We
now,
will
right?
one day.
That's a whole. Yeah, we will. But the way that I met Freddie, dude.
But we
Um,
can also say if it wasn't for your boy over at Glassman Law, you wouldn't be sitting here with me either.
Oh, dude. Oh, bro. Don't even get me started. I could tell you about Vadim saving my ass for. We don't have enough time, bro. They won't let us upload it. Shout out to Vadim Glasman, bro. One
Shout
of
out.
the greatest attorneys in Chicago, hands down. Glasman Law. If anybody ever needs anything as far as criminal, mostly white collar Fed cases, my
So
boy
if you get on
Frank.
my radar and you see me coming and you see
Yeah.
James coming and we're barking, you might want to give him a call.
Oh yeah, give him a call. Yeah, give him a call. He'll fuck with you. He'll fuck with you. Yeah, he
He
got you.
might be able to pull back our leashes a little bit too if you treat him nicely.
Oh yeah, we love him, dude. We do anything he asks us for sure, especially if he asks us to do it. Shout out to my boy though, bro. And make sure you go check him out. Everybody go check him out. He actually he's got a couple podcasts that I believe he's already been on. I believe it might be more than a couple too. I just don't want to get myself lying, but I know he's been on a couple podcasts. So he's got a great resume. I'll let everybody else and I'll get him on the show one day to dive into his story, right? I'm not going to tell his story, but I can tell you right now, the man's got trophies in his office for the people he's helped, bro. You got to see this guy's office. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, so shout out to Vadim Glasman and and everybody over at Glosman Law. And now that will kind of now this is where we're going to pivot because I know we're already at about 25 minutes here.
No,
And
keep going.
what?
I mean, it's a natural flow. I was actually curious on this first intro one how we do on timing, and I'm looking at this like, man, this is going to be pretty simple for us if we go the rants and rave route. Like,
Oh God, yeah. Oh
I
God,
was
yeah. We could sit.
honestly, from my point of view, I was slightly worried about it. Like, I was like, how are we going to do it? Like, doing an hour 5 days a week. That's a big little bit of a rough
No, we
patch.
got this. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. We
No, I'm
got
not tripping either.
we got yeah, we got more than enough going on for days over here. They ain't got
Right.
enough time for us. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
not at all. I mean, luckily for you guys, you don't have to hear my whole story again. You want to do it? Go listen to the actual pod. Go listen to the podcast series we started for effing around. You'll get
Yo,
my
and
background. You'll get everything.
make sure we don't overshoot that though. You know what I'm saying? We need to let people know. You guys, if you're as of right now, what you're gonna see on Effing Around podcast, right? And I'm gonna
We'll
give
have
you a
two effing
disclaimer,
around
right?
plus and
Because
we'll have effing around and effing around plus. Effing around is going to be the same story that we're doing, going down the narrative of corruption and fraud. We're starting with
yes,
cannabis and we'll move industry to industry to shine a light on what's not being lit up and trying to bring some regulatory and some federal approval in there to kind of fix this stuff. This is
yes,
going to effing around plus is going to be around everything else we're doing, all the other interviews, everything else we're happening in this morning show that's now going to go 5 days a week. So, like
yeah,
when we were first approached and we were talking about doing a morning show, just to give you an idea, as we touched on it before, but Mo's got Timeless Wolf and he's got movies and shows and shorts he's got to film. Mike's
yeah,
actually good and he's out there doing a nonprofit. But the issue is if you're going to give me a morning show and you're going to let me rant and rave for an hour every morning, you probably should check us out on LinkedIn because James and I, whether it be LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, we kind of feed off each other. We rant, we rave. And honestly, most of our day, if we're not on the phone with other people, we're ranting and raving at each other about the calls we just had or things we want to do. So it's
yeah,
kind of an easy, seamless transfer
yeah.
to be like,
Very seamless.
it took a
Very, very,
little
very
arm
seamless.
twisting to get him out from behind being the CEO of 312
Oh
All.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I finally was like, yo, dude, like, you own the company. You have the majority control of this company. Trickling down, you control most of these entities anyway. Do you want me to bring in someone else, or can I just get you out behind the desk and put you in front of the camera?
Yeah, and now I'm still stuck behind what we're trying to make into a nice situation because I'm currently sitting where we will be managing and working with WURE right here is where we will be doing all that stuff. So and what I want to point out is if you're into the cannabis industry, right, and you're watching this, you really should go dive into Effing Around podcast. You really at this point, right? So obviously Joey's got a ton of different things lined up, but I can tell you what's there right now. If you're in the cannabis industry, there's people that you need to know. Joey has got some major interviews, right? Some very good people. Shout out to Cannabis Equity Coalition. Shout out to Kid Frost. Shout out to Big Za. Shout out to all. I mean, I could go on
Support
with
your
you.
local weed man.
Yeah, dude. Support. I mean,
Hey,
bro,
BakeBot.
it's
Shout out to
crazy.
BakeBot AI, man. Shout out to
And I
BakeBot
want to
AI
tell because
too.
I don't know if you told Ty and them this that support your local weed man, but I'm gonna ask them one day if they remember me from that Red Eye Society event because I'm telling you I've seen where they started from, my boy. And when you want to talk about some a group of people, right, that have started from the bottom with their situation, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna quote on who it was because I can't remember for sure. But I can tell you, this man came into the event with a backpack on, a pair of glasses, and a mask supporting his movement in that event, bro. And he was at every table, and he'll know what event I'm talking about. If you're watching this, support your local weed man. You know what I'm talking about, my boy. I was on stage with Smokey the Bandit, bro. You remember me, bro? Don't act like you don't. So,
You're
so
probably the only one that looked like you're there. You probably stuck out like a sore thumb knowing you.
sore thumb, my boy.
I know
Sore
you.
thumb.
I know you. I know you.
Over with, dude. I was the only white boy there, bro. I'm telling you. So yeah, so I mean, not to I don't want to give up anything, but these are some powerful cannabis interviews, dude. And not to make light of a situation, but what's going on in the fucking cannabis community is super fucked. So I didn't know these things either, right? Basically,
You
all
knew a
I ever
little
knew
bit
was
because of the
what
trucking, but you didn't know all of it.
well, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I was just gonna say. All I ever knew was what I've learned from situations with you, right? I didn't know how grimy it can be, but not to get lost off on that, right? That's if
Oh,
you want to
no
hear
wonder I
about
got so
how
far, right?
yeah, if you want to hear about how grimy the cannabis community can be, you really need to go check out Effing Around podcast. And then on top of it, just go check out Joey's LinkedIn, right? Joey's LinkedIn is flooded with content that shows you the real shit of the cannabis community. and you know who I'm talking to if you're watching this. You need to go check this out, right? Because there's some shit you might want to see, and there's
And
some
we'll
shit you
talk
might
about it.
want
And
to.
if you're afraid to get some retaliation, we'll talk about it too. I mean, as I
Yeah,
said,
hey, fuck if a nigga gonna
312all.com.
take a joke.
Right.
Fuck if a nigga
312all.com.
take a
Yeah.
joke.
312all.com. We have an artist submission link on there. Feel free to use that
Yeah,
artist submission link and send us whatever you want anonymously with some evidence. And as long as it validates out and we can prove it, we'll happily drop it.
nice, nice,
Yep.
nice, nice. That's see. So now we'll get into slightly where once again because this is another corruption thing, right? This is another corruption
Bella
thing.
says hi, obviously, if you can't hear her.
Oh yeah, hi Bella. Hi Bella. We got to get her on. We got to get her on the screen. Where's she at?
Nah, she's over to the side barking.
Oh yeah. She's tired of you being not. She's tired of you not being able to pay attention to her right now. She's like,
Exactly.
man,
I'm on the phone all day.
yeah. So, what we're about to air on Thursday, and I want to get a time narrowed down tonight, right? Which I believe we will be able to announce soon. But what we're about to air Thursday is going to really, really, really touch on different aspects of corruption, right? You have a very powerful situation of a man in California who, man, I don't want to give up the story,
No,
bro.
don't
I'm
give
not gonna.
anything. Let's just say we got an anonymous message of someone who needed to talk and tell his story. And as people willing to tell people's story, and someone who had sat there and watched my friend Juan get suppressed and my story get suppressed because the media doesn't want to do anything to hurt corporate America, we
Yeah,
felt like whether it was good story, bad story, clickbait, or just a catfish, it was worth the risk to take it and find out. And
and I'm
it ended
telling
up
you, I'm
being,
glad.
yeah,
I'm glad
so
we
am I.
took that risk. I'm telling you. So we're not going to give anybody's name out right now. I want everybody to know that it's Thursday. Thursday. You
Yep.
really need to. You everybody
Be thankful for
everybody
what you're
that.
thankful of and tune in to listen to someone who's still thankful. And
Yeah.
none of us probably would be in that situation.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a doozy, right? And we need all the people in the world to support this cause, right? We need all the people that we can get to hear this story and get as many ears on it as we can possible. So this is up to you guys as the people watching right now and everybody tuning in. You guys know how I'm coming. I show you my support daily on social media. I let everybody know. But I mean it when I tell you appreciate all the support that you guys have given us since day one.
As
That's
do I. It's been
yeah,
amazing. You showed that we're not alone. That they're doing the same thing to you guys. That Big Canada is hurting you guys like they're hurting me and my friends and family, and that it's not just Big Canada. And obviously, I mean, I had a background in finance, so I've seen most of the corruption in other industries, and that's why we're going down the line. We're going
yeah,
to change this world, and we're going to change it for the better. And whether it works or not, at least we're going to try.
a
And
hundred
as
percent.
long as we got a mic and a voice, yeah, we're not going to stop.
Oh, we're definitely not. This is just, and this
Nah.
is gonna be more fun. Listen, anybody want to get on this bitch? Give me a call, right? I'm
Yeah.
taking all applications to come kick it with us, right? For real. This is just a way for us to basically just talk about what we normally deal with in daily life, which just so happens to be at this point in time a lot of business. So if you can get in tune with that, listen, I would love to hear from you. Joey would love to hear from you, right? We're gonna get the situation all better, right? Everything's gonna look cooler. We're growing quick. Now we're starting to see the traction get picked up. So the evolution of this process is starting to show. And we really want to get in tune with as many people as we can. So anybody that wants to be on, make sure you reach out to Joey or I or anybody.
We'll
T's also a good one to reach out
Yeah,
to.
and we'll drop our socials at the bottom of this episode, and it'll be our intro to us episode. So anytime people
Most
look and they want
definitely.
to come back, our personal socials will be at the bottom of this. I'll probably do our LinkedIn links as well, so you can come find us if you want. We're very transparent. We'll talk about anything.
Lost your sound for a second.
Yeah, I put my shit on silent, and Mo still decided to call me randomly, and somehow it made it through on a silent.
Damn.
Yeah, but I guess Mo wants me because he's been texting nonstop, and he knows we're recording. So I got to combine these two together now because it stopped for like a couple seconds. So I'm hoping we got that whole first part. Or I'm gonna be pissed,
Oh.
and then I'm gonna go beat up Mo.
All right, man. Well, listen, it was great tuning in with everybody. Appreciate everybody's support as always, and make sure
Just
that you
kidding, Mo.
tune
We
in
love
on
you, Big
Thursday.
Maui.
Yeah, Maui, you're in trouble, dude. Okay,
But
so
pleasure to
yeah,
meet,
dude.
pleasure to introduce ourselves to you. Pleasure to give us a background on where this started, and we hope you can join us to see where this is going. This is Joey.
I'm James. Everybody, man, tune in on Thursday.
Tune in on Thursday, and thanks for joining us on Effing Around in the Morning and being a part of our fam.
Thank you for effing around with us in the morning.
See you tomorrow morning.
All right, see you tomorrow morning.
Effing around, start the day. Rest and rage, we got something to say. Feel the beat and energy rise. It's morning mayhem, no surprise. We're effing around, sun's up, it's true. Morning vibes just for you.
Sounds good.